am Faith Kimbrough, your Marion County Recorder.
And I'm J.R. Ryder, your Chief Deputy Recorder.
And welcome to our show, On the Record. But before we start talking about the show, I want to tell you exactly what our office do for you as residents of Marion County. We hold public records of property transactions such as liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. Come on, viewers, say it with us.
Liens, deeds, mortgages, and more.
Now, JR, speaking of Chief Ryder, speaking of the records that we do hold, about how many do we have housed right now in our office?
So we manage and maintain over 11 million plus documents in our office.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of paper.
Are they digitized? Like if I want to come in, like walk me through if I came to the office and I want to look up, my deceased father's home and I just want to look up the deed. How do I do that? Is it digitized or do I got to go through a big old book?
So to answer your question, you can go through the books if you like because we still house those books in our office. However, all the documents are digitized. All 11 million plus are digitized. Now, that doesn't mean you can search all of them online. Mm-hmm. We have indexed enough documents that we can go back to about 1961 currently. And our goal before our term is up, of course, is to go all the way back to 1822. So right now they're searchable to about 1961.
So how essential or vital do you think that our office is?
It's very essential. As a matter of fact, during the COVID days, the recorder's office had to remain open. What a lot of people don't realize, if our office shuts down, real estate commerce, as we know it, shuts down because a title company will not be able to do a title search, which is needed, right, to sell a home. Mm-hmm. The realtors, everybody would just be at a standstill. So the entire real estate industry would just come to a halt.
So I'm sure you guys are learning right now, and that is one primary part of my job is to educate all the residents in Marion County about the importance of our office. And as Chief Ryder just said, you can't really buy or sell a home if you can't show title. So if you didn't know that, please share that. So we have several shows that are coming up, and we're just going to talk a little bit about a few of them. So JR, I know that you are going to definitely be talking about with the title companies, what can the viewers expect from that show?
Absolutely. So due to my background in the title real estate mortgage industry, we're going to have interviews with title company professionals. We're going to also have some of the do's and don'ts when dealing with title company. We're going to have some realtors on some of these shows and just talk about the whole process of home buying. What does it mean to have clear title? Why is it important to have title insurance when you go to buy a home? So we'll have all kinds of good tips for those who are up-and-coming homeowners.
Okay, I think that's going to be excellent. If you're a real estate agent and you have some information for our viewers and you would like to be a part of the show, we will give that information at the end of the show.
Now, I know something that's dear to your heart is property fraud. There's been a lot of property fraud issues going on, and I know the FBI stated that was now becoming the most federal nationwide crime anyway, is property fraud. So why don't you tell us a little about the property fraud initiative?
So when I actually became your Marion County Recorder, I was really big on property fraud. It is running rampant, especially if you live in the Lawrence area and the Warren district of Marion County. You probably see or have heard a lot of that. What our office has done is we have a tool or a phone number that will allow, and it's free, that you can call. And what will happen is if anybody puts any document in your name, we will call you and contact you and let you know that there has been something that has been recorded. Now, we cannot prevent those things, right? We can't prevent somebody coming in and you go out of town, fly south for the winter and try to come put your key in the door and you can't get in. But what we can do is help you get ahead of it. Meaning that if someone puts a document in your name, when we place that phone call, that's your opportunity to call us and say, hey, I didn't do that. What was the document? And you take that information, and honestly, at that point, you need to contact a lawyer. So we are out in the community. I have partnered with the trustees of Marion County. We're putting out yard signs about property fraud with the phone number. And so you can easily call. It takes 3 seconds or however long it takes to type your number in. And then again, that to me, I feel like it's an opportunity for you to protect your legacy. Because a lot of us, we do work for our children, to leave our homes to our children. And so property fraud and getting ahead of it is just our way to be able to help you out protect that.
Absolutely. So this free property alert service fraud that you mentioned, this would notify a homeowner anytime any of
Any
their
document.
deeds get
Yes.
access,
Yes.
and whether they do it or whether somebody else does
Exactly.
it, and they can
It
get ahead
called
of it.
me. I think that you recorded my bond. I have to have a bond. And actually I got the call and it says, Faith Kimbrough, you recorded, it's like you recorded a document at the, and I'm like, I did.
RoboCop.
So a RoboCop, right. So it really does work. So we are going to talk a little bit more about that during one of our shows. Have some officers on here to tell you about cases that's been tried, because it really is happening. And so JR, for you, I know this is something that you had talked about from day one when we took office, that the Indy land title, to be able to go out. Tell them a little bit more about that.
The Indianapolis, or what we call our Indy Landmark Project.
Yes.
Yes. So, in our city, we have a beautiful city.
We
have a lot of milestones, and there's a lot of milestones, landmarks, for instance, Monument Circle. Mm-hmm. We have the zoo, but we also have companies that have been a landmark here in the city for years.
Long's
Donuts. There you go.
Donuts. Oh my goodness, they've been around forever.
They have. And so the idea behind our Indy Landmark Project would be to go on site for some of these locations and surprise them and present them with a decorative deed, just our way of appreciating them for all the years of service they've, imparted here into our city, as well as other landmarks. The NCAA headquarters is here. That's a big one. So yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Don't
project.
tell them. I know we didn't tell about Long's Donut. Please do not, when you go get your fresh donuts, say that the recorder's office is coming. Don't let them know. Let it be a surprise. So we will actually go on site. So we'll take you guys with us, and you'll be able to actually see the presentation of that landmark.
So another aspect of your job, something that's dear to your heart, are our veterans. I know you have something in store in 2026 coming up for our veterans.
Yeah, I am really excited about. My daughter is a part of the Army National Guard. My father was a veteran. I have a brother that's a veteran. Many of our Marion County residents, you all do not know that our veterans can record their military DD 214 release papers at the recorder's office for free. No charge at all. So I'm really excited to create this program next year to get the word out, and also to invite some veterans onto the show. And we're actually going to really dig deep into, really what does that mean to not just to have it free, but to have it recorded. Why is it important to record that document? And like I said, we won't tell it all now, but we definitely will tell it later. So that is just a few of the shows that we have coming up. We have many, many, many more. And we really do hope that you all will join us on our journey to come to you and put some things on the record that we know that you all will enjoy. But before I go, I just want to know if you can remember that we hold public records of property transactions such as
liens, deeds, mortgages, and more.
Liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. One more time. Liens, deeds, mortgages, and more. I am Faith Kimbrough, your Marion County Recorder with Chief J.R. Ryder, and we are excited to continue to go on the record for the residents of Marion County. We'll see you soon. Thank you.